Welcome to Firearms of America. Today I have another review of a CZ pistol, and this is CZ P10F, where F stands for full size. They also do have a few other options of this handgun available. They have it in C compact and S sub compact variants, and of course they also do have the one with a larger capacity like this one and the lower 10 capacity magazine. Now this particular pistol is chambered in 9mm. Let's do some shooting and find out what it can do. Now, if you watched my previous videos, you probably already know that I'm a fan of the CZ pistols. Originally made in Cheshire, currently are manufactured here in the United States of America in Kansas. So we will see that combined quality of the European manufacturing and of course made in America type of stuff. See what it can do on the range. I'm gonna put 10 rounds in this magazine. This magazine, however, can handle 19 plus 1. So if you are looking for a very good home defense handgun, pretty good option. All right, let's do some shooting and then some more talking later. And I will try to hit that little orange circle right there on the bottom. See if I can get it. Alright, pretty good, not too shabby. So, overall, I do like the gun. A few things to point out. First of all, the magazine, and let me prepare the magazine. Put some 5 more rounds in it. Very easy to load, and a huge plus that I personally do like a lot, as you can see, it is nicely numbered to tell you exactly how many rounds are in there. Helpful for people like myself who do not pay attention to what they're doing because they're talking too much. Alright, let's talk about the grip. Now, grip is actually very aggressive on this handgun. This is a polymer frame handgun, and surprisingly, you can see it's leaves marks on my fingers. It is very aggressive for a polymer frame gun. Now, I have reviewed several Glocks on this channel, the Generation 4, if you're familiar with those. This is a very similar grip to the Generation 4 Glocks. Although I have to say it's not as aggressive on the Generation 4, on the Glock, as it is here on this CZ. Now, the slide itself is fairly easy to rack, although it definitely does have some tension to it. You can definitely feel it. Recoil handles pretty good, but let's do some more shooting, and I will try to get some flappy pedals this time. See if I can hit any of those. I'm not happy. Let's do some more. Now, 9mm. Obviously, one of the best rounds that you can really get if you don't have a pistol, a handgun in 9mm. Definitely get yourself one. It's great for practice. The round, the ammo itself is fairly cheap, great for, you know, regular shooters, and of course has enough punch for the self-defense, home defense situations. All right, let me do a little better job with the pedals. All right, now I can be satisfied. All right, so let's talk about the slide release. This is one of the things that I am not particularly happy with because it does require fair amount of pressure in order to release the slide. So it's not that easy to do it with one hand. Easier to kind of pull it backwards first and then release the slide. So I wish it was a little bit lighter. I am a big fan of the trigger. However, as you can see, it has a very similar pre-trigger, very similar safety system that is used on the Glock. As you can see, it is here. Now the trigger itself is fairly light, and there is a decent amount of travel, probably about 4.5 millimeters, and then we have a little bit of unsure travel, probably about 2 millimeters, and then there is a crisp snap. Pretty good travel, pretty good trigger overall. I wish the initial travel was a little bit less before it gets into that unsure travel, but not that bad. Now the serrations on the slide, as you can see, you probably already noticed, they're on the back, on the front. So however you prefer to rack the slide, you can do that here. And there is decent amount of aggression, so it's not very easy to slide from the slide with your finger. If that makes sense. All right, let's do some more shooting. Put another 5 rounds through it, and we will try to come up with the reasonable, more or less, conclusion of this pistol. Overall, I do like it. It handles the recoil pretty good. I think one of the best features of this handgun, the capacity of this magazine on this handgun, very fantastic. That is if you are getting the 19 capacity and not 10, which they do have that one with an option for an optic. So if you prefer optics, you might like that. Now, speaking of the optics, speaking of the sights, as you can see, this is a very standard 3-dot sight, and you probably already noticed that the rear sights, the white ones, and the front one is orange. I do like that. Some people don't. I personally do like it whenever there are 2 different colors going for the front and for the back. Kind of makes it easier to concentrate on the target. But let's do some more shooting. Let me try to get a little bit of better result with those pedals. And like I said, we'll try to come up with a conclusion. Could have been better, but overall, I am satisfied. There are some serrations here on the front of the trigger guard, so if you like to hold it like that, very helpful. You probably already noticed the rail. If you prefer to have a flashlight, especially if this is your home defense gun, you might like having the flashlight or a laser if that's what you like on here. Now the magazine release works very well. It is not ambidextrous, however the slide release is ambidextrous, and the mag release you can actually flip. It's very easy to interchange the sides, so this handgun is actually a lefty friendly. Yes, overall I do like it. I think it's a pretty good handgun, especially for home defense, considering the capacity. If you like more aggression on the grips, I think you're gonna appreciate it as well. Now my only little tiny, not really complaint, but kind of wish for making it a little bit better would be a little bit smoother slide release. There you go. Now you don't have to do this in order to release. You probably already noticed the threaded barrel that I did not even mention at all in my review. Really not much to mention. Kind of like a nice option if you ever decide to get yourself a suppressor, silencer. Well, there you go. You have an option for that. So thank you very much guys for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this particular handgun, what you think about CZ in general. This was Firearms of America, and I'll see you guys in the next video.